Hi everybody and welcome back to some more MotoGP 19 here on this channel. This is part number 16 of my career walkthrough. Now in today's episode we're going to be doing two races. So we go to Spain and Aragon, and we've got Thailand, which is a circuit that I haven't raced around before. So that is going to be really interesting. Plus, if we get two wins in today's episode, we could clinch the championship. So let's get straight into the qualifying session. This could be a good one. That was a good third sector, and we're actually 0.4 up on the time. We could actually pip our teammate if we have a good final corner, and then I think we'll jump straight into the qualifying session. Now I was hoping for a dry race around the Aragon circuit, but it looks like it's going to be a wet one. But these conditions aren't too bad, I must admit. When it's just slightly wet, the grip is still pretty decent on the wet, so hopefully we should be okay. That's not a bad final corner. This is going to be a good time, and to the finish line. And oh yes, I think we smashed his time. I think it's definitely time to move into the qualifying. Right, so we were quite a way up, so nearly half a second quicker than our teammates. I think it's time to move into the qualifying session, so here we go. Right, Canet has just put in a faster time, so he's sitting top of qualifying on 2 minutes 9 seconds, 0.029. We really need a good final corner. We've had a really poor sector 2 and 3, and the session has timed out now. This is all or nothing. What position are we going to get? We're sitting in 12th at the moment, and just to the line. What time are we going to get? And
that's the end of the second and last
7th. Oh, do you know what? It's not going to get us our objective because we needed at least second row, but I'm going to take it. If the race is just in those conditions, I know I have got the pace. It's just all down to consistency. So let's just get straight into it and see if we can get another decent result.
Welcome to the Spanish desert. We're at the Aragon circuit, where the latest race in the Moto3 class is about to start. There are some impressive crowds here today, despite the rain you can see coming down. A reminder that this is always a popular event. Coming to you from the starting grid, there's just a... Final riders have taken their place on the starting grid, and everything is ready to start the race. Just a few seconds to go, and the lights at the Aragon track will signal the start of the race.
Right, so here we go from 7th on the grid in these ridiculous conditions. It's like a flipping monsoon. We've got to try and get away without spinning up the rear, and it's all go. We'll be careful trying to get some traction, but I wasn't the only one that was struggling, and that's not a bad start. We've managed to take a couple of positions already. Right, let's try and get a good line into this first corner. We've taken a bit of an inside line, and we managed to take 3 places and up to second. Can we take first? Trying to hold in that inside the back. It's spinning up a bit, but we've managed to take it, and we're into the lead. Wow, what a start to this race in these ridiculous conditions. And now we're going to have to try and settle in. It's really raining so hard, and we're not going to have a lot of grip. Just trying to take it nice and steady. It's going to take a couple of laps just to get some heat in these tyres and get used to these conditions. I mean, wet conditions is one thing, but this is more than just wet track. It's like a flipping river in certain areas of this circuit. Right, that's not too bad into that turn onto the curb, and we've got to be careful through these slow corners. We might get dive bombed, so let's just try and be nice and steady. Try not to go into there too fast, and just see. Oh god, that rear doesn't feel good. A lot of vibration, and bloody hell, the rear is spinning up like anything. Let's just try and be steady. Just trying to hold it onto the curb again, and we're trying to just slightly pull away, but that awesome start, and it's Canet who's in second place. I think we just overrun that corner a little bit. Oh, be careful. Oh, that was close. I thought I was going to get kicked off there. Just having to brake a little bit sooner, and I'm trying not to push too hard into the turns. I don't want to slide off, and again feeling so unsteady. It's so different to those wet conditions, and again the rear is spinning up like anything, and it looks like Masia has moved into second position. So the only rider that I've got to keep an eye on is Della Porta, who is second in the championship. But like I said, if we can get 2 decent results in this episode, we're going to take the championship with 4 rounds to go. We're getting so close to Moto2, so it won't be long. A couple more episodes and we'll be on faster bikes, which I'm really looking forward to. And that is the first lap out the way, and we're managing to hold a little bit of a lead. So let's see if we can just slow it down. And it was all down to that start and that first corner. We just managed to take so many in that first turn, but to be honest, sometimes you've got to take the risk. And what I've found with, well, especially since the update, if you try and make those passes early, it gives you a little bit more of a chance, because if you let the AI get away, they do up the pace when they've got fresh air in front of them, and we're not allowing them to have that so far. Teammates trying to battle into the points as well. You can see moving up, loads of overtaking. It's Connect who is back in second place. That was a much better corner there. Starting to get used to these conditions now, which is good. Let's slow it down. Onto the apex and onto the curb. That's not too bad. And we're slowly starting to pull away from Connect in second, which is good. And we're coming to the final part of lap 4, and then we've got one more lap to go. I think that start has really set us up. We've just managed to keep this consistent pace. We've made a few errors, but nothing major, and the gap is over 2 seconds now, so that is good enough as long as we don't make any mistakes. But I'm really worried about the next round. We're going to Thailand, but I've never ever raced around that circuit. Now, as you know, I didn't do a full career walkthrough on MotoGP 18, as the game was absolutely trash on the PS4, and I've never really experienced Thailand, so it's going to be a really interesting one. But I'm up for the challenge. It just means I'm going to have to do a little bit more of the practicing to get used to the circuit, but having the pace round there is maybe the issue, but we're going to find out very soon. But it looks like we're on for a win here, as long as we don't come off. Let's keep it nice and tight. We definitely had a greater pace, and the good thing about this is I thought that the AI might be slightly quicker in these conditions. They were good in the wet. I thought they would be even better in rainy conditions, but they've actually struggled even more than me. So the setup I had, and I did spend a bit more time on the setup today for these wet conditions, so I was ready for this, and we've extended our lead, but we've just overrun that turn. Starting to feel the grip go now, but it's over 3 seconds. Let's just take it a little bit more carefully through this chicane. This one always worries me because you go down slightly as well, and you're really at a tight angle. It's not too bad. Just try not to accelerate too hard. Sort of coast around the turns, keep it steady, avoid spinning up that rear. And I think the tyres have lasted really, really well. But this is the corner that I really struggle on. I'm just trying to slow it down a little bit earlier. Turn it in. Oh, that was not bad. Starting to get used to it. It's going to be really interesting to see how Moto2 bikes are in these conditions, as they're going to have more power and that rear is going to spin up a hell of a lot more. It's not too bad. Managing the tyres is going to be a lot more challenging as well. Also, just wanted to say that next week, Tuesday, I'm going to be starting an F1 2019 career. And I'm also going to be doing a co-op career with another YouTuber. So if you like F1, keep a watch for that on the channel. I'm really looking forward to that. So we're going to have 2 different types of racing on the channel, MotoGP and F1. It's nicely done. And we are going to take victory. Awesome, consistent. I was really worried about this one when it started raining, but actually I did okay. So that is that one out the way, and we're literally 25 points away from taking the championship. But so we will get into the standings and have a look at the points. So here we go. Right, let's have a look at the Rider Championship standings. We're on 295 points, 104 points ahead. So one more win and we take the championship. And it looks like we're going to take the team championship as well, which is awesome because my teammate is starting to put in some really good results. And he did have a really good pace in the practice session. Not so much so in the race, but at least he is making headways forward. So let's go straight into the next race, which is Thailand, and just see what this circuit's like. I've heard that it's a pretty good one, so let's get straight into it. So here we go. Right, so here we go with round number 15, and we're heading to Thailand. This is going to be a first experience. Like I said, I've never raced around that circuit before. And also, we've got to spend a bit of time in the practice session anyway, because we need to earn some more development points so we can upgrade the frame to maximum, ready for Motegi, which is a circuit I struggle around. So let's get straight into the practice session and see what this circuit's like. So here we go. Right, so that is the practice session over, and we've actually managed to get into Q2. I wasn't the quickest, I was about 0.7, 0.8 of the fastest time. It's not a lot. Hopefully I can at least get second row of the grid. So let's get straight into Q2 and see where we end up. So here we go. Right, let's start slowing it down a little bit earlier for this final corner. I really struggle on this corner. I think we've overshot it again. Oh, that corner's so tough. I definitely feel like I need to make a couple more adjustments, but I might just do it before the race. I don't think I've got time to fiddle around with the bike now. I've only got 6 minutes left, but that's moved us up to 8th. That wouldn't be the end of the world, but if I could just take a little bit out this time, then hopefully we can go further up the order. But I must admit, I do like this circuit. I think when we get to the faster bikes, this is going to be a fantastic circuit. But when you've never raced around a circuit, it's hard to know where to push it. You have to learn your lines and braking points, because I don't use a driver line, so sort of using those guides on the circuit with the marks. And again, we've overshot that corner, but we are up on the first sector, so we definitely have the speed in sector 1. But can we push it into sector 2? And I haven't had many other bikes to follow, I must admit, which is a bit frustrating. It would have been nice to follow some of the faster riders in the session just to learn their lines and get a little bit of slipstream as well, which helps. Right, start slowing it down for this corner, and ooh, we're not far away on sector 2, so that is definitely an improvement. Let's try and get a bit tighter in. Ooh, be careful, Gooner, don't push it too hard. And again, just overshot that section, but you can get away with that. Right, slow it down, and again, we need to be closer to the apex there. That gives you a perfect line to come into this right-hander, so you have to be a bit more flowing through there, much smoother, and it's all about just refining those lines. But hopefully with more practice around the circuit, I'm not going to get it in the first race, it's going to take time. Like I said, first time around the circuit, I don't think I've done too bad. Right, oh, we've moved down to 10th, we need a better time here. And again, we just overshot that corner. I definitely feel that I need to make suspension adjustments. And where are we? Oh, we've moved up to 4th. Second row of the grid. Get in there. But I still reckon we can push it a little bit more. What a lap so far. We've just got to nail this last sector, and it looks like we're going to have a pole position. But that final corner has been really difficult. Stop slowing it down early, and the grip level on our tyres is pretty low as well. But this is going to be our final attempt, and we've butchered that corner again. Oh, that's so challenging. Over the line, and we've completely ruined it. Oh, that is such a shame. Right, so we get to the end of the qualifying session, we take 5th, but the times are very, very close. I'm still happy with my progress on a circuit I've never raced before. Let's just get into the race and see if we can get a decent result.
Hello everyone from the Chang International Circuit, where the Thai round of the Moto3 Championship is about to start. The weather forecasts are very reassuring. We'll have sunny weather for the entire duration of the race. The warm-up lap has just finished and the riders have taken their places on the starting grid. The Thai Grand Prix is about to start.
Right, so here we go with the race in Thailand for the first time. This is going to be awesome. Now, we've gone with the hard rear and the medium front compound. Hopefully that is the best compound to go for. And off we go. Oh my God, another amazing start. And we're into the lead. But are we going to be able to hold on to it into that first corner? It's not too bad. Now, the only concern for me is that final corner. Can we actually get round there a little bit better? I have made some adjustments to the suspension, so fingers crossed we can nail it. But the times were very close in that qualifying session, so there was only about half a second between the top 10. Let's slow it down, get it turned in. Grip levels aren't going to be that great at the start here. Oh, Canet's gone down. One of the fastest in the qualifying session has gone down in that corner. Wow. And that has given us an opportunity just to move away from everybody. We've got a bit of breathing space. Hopefully we can settle into a rhythm. But it's good that we've had decent weather for this race. If we'd had poor weather, it might have been a little bit more difficult as we've just overshot that corner. Again, just mucking up the braking point, but it still need a bit more practice around here. But I definitely like the circuit. That's a positive. I think it's even worse when you struggle on the circuit and you don't like it. But I don't mind struggling on the circuit and like it, because I know I'm going to race around it a lot more and improve. Because there's some circuits you just want to avoid. And that's not a bad turn there. Just managing to hold the lead. But oh, McVee's in second. So another Brit is hunting us down. But let's see if we can master this final corner on this first lap. Let's start slowing it down a little bit earlier. We have adjusted the suspension, and oh, that was much better. Not as quick, and McVee came around there like a bullet. So we've got another Brit hunting us down. Let's see if we can keep him behind us. But we do have decent straight line speed now. We've got the engine up to maximum, but hopefully after this race we've earned enough points to upgrade the frame, and then that's the bike completed, and we don't have to worry about earning development points, because you can't carry any of them over into Moto 2. Right, let's try and slow it down a bit earlier for this turn. We've got a little bit of a gap, just over half a second. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Just trying to maintain the speed. Just managing to hold that lead. Oh, this has been such a good start. Another race where I've started really well. Right, and we go into the 5th lap, and our teammates just put in a 1:47.1. Well, that is a very good lap time. So our teammate is definitely on the pace, but he's all the way down in 14th. Let's see if we can just maintain this really good level. I'm glad I went with these tyres. The temperature is pretty good, and the tyres are holding up nicely. Again, just overshot that corner, but if I can get away with a few mistakes here and there. And Delaporte's starting to move up. Oh no, it's been overtaken again. He's the only one I'm worrying about, because I think if he manages to challenge me in this race, I might not win the championship today, but I think as long as I get at least first or second, I think that is enough points to take it with 4 races to go. Again, just overshooting that corner, but it's not too bad. Nice and turned in onto the apex. I'm starting to work out where I can push the bike now, but they are closing the gap slightly here. So they're going to push really hard into the final lap. I thought they might. Let's keep it steady through that turn. Nicely done. Let's try and get to that final lap, leading this Grand Prix around Thailand. Really looking forward to seeing this race in real life, especially if it's in these conditions. And again, we've managed to take that corner really well in the race. I'm so glad that I made those adjustments, and I'm starting to really enjoy what you can adjust on these bikes as well. I think it's going to be a lot harder when we get into Moto 2, because you have to develop a lot more, obviously anti-wheelie, the brakes and the frame, performance. There's so much more to it. So we're probably going to have to, I've been told that you really need to use the assists. They come into, they're more of a factor on the faster bikes. I mean, even with the historic events, I've noticed that some bikes you do need to use them. I mean, you can get away with it with the slower bikes, but I think we're going to need anti-wheelie, engine braking, and maybe traction control. Just going to have to wait and see. Right, let's see if we can turn this one in a little bit tighter. Let's have a really good final lap here. Basically, if we win this here, we're going to be the Moto 3 champions. That'll be 2 championships in the bag. The Red Bull Rookies Cup and Moto 3. So we're literally, then we only need 2 more championship wins, and then we've got all 4. And that's what the aim was at the beginning of the walkthrough, to work our way through all of them. But if we don't win a championship, then we go again until we win it. I don't want to move on unless I'm the champion. That's how I've always done my walkthroughs. So slow it down. Let's have a good final corner. And again, and that is it. We're going to take the win, and we are the Moto3 champion. Wow, that was a really good result. Really enjoyed that, and God dear, our teammate's pace, he was almost a second quicker. So he had a really, really good lap, and the pace was pretty good all the way down, I think. Very consistent. Really looking forward to racing around that circuit again. Right, let's get into the final standings. So here we go. Right, so that is the championship standing. So we're on 320 points. We are now the champion. 119 points ahead of Della Porta. And plus, we're going to take the team championship as well. This has been a fantastic episode. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, share the videos. Also, don't forget to check out my F1 2019 career mode starting next week. I cannot wait. There's going to be loads of stuff coming from that. There's going to be online. I'm going to be doing some live streams as well. It's just going to be an awesome thing added to the channel, so I hope you enjoy that as well. But anyway, in the next round we go to Motegi. We're going to upgrade the bike to maximum, and hopefully we can just enjoy the circuits. We're already the champion. It's all about just finishing really strong and hopefully getting a good team. I'll see you in the next episode.